Okay everyone, so welcome to my Dino Crisis walkthrough. And for anyone wondering why this screen looks so familiar, it is because this game was created by the people who also made the Resident Evil games. So you are going to see a lot of similarities between Dino Crisis and Resident Evil because Dino Crisis is essentially Resident Evil with dinosaurs. The thing is, Dino Crisis did have some things that Resident Evil did not do for years, which is you can aim and walk around at the same time, which you can't do in Resident Evil. But yeah, there are a lot of other differences between the two, but for the most part they play relatively similarly. So we are going to be playing through the game on normal difficulty, and I will be back after the cutscene.
You have mail. The second report from Military Experiment Facility. Agent name, Tom.
I have successfully infiltrated under the guise of a researcher as planned. I have encountered no information regarding top-secret development of new type weapons, but I have discovered there is an unexpected individual at this facility. The man is Dr. Kirk, the leading authority of our nation's energy research. Dr. Kirk was alleged to have died in an accident during the course of an experiment 3 years ago. The reports were premature, and it appears that he is currently working as the head of a non-weapon project at this facility. The experiment is in the late stages of development. Regarding the staged accidental death, it appears that this country is somehow involved, recommending that necessary actions be taken immediately.
Refer to the data on Dr. Kirk. Operation instructions.
Feels like we've got a little turbulence.
Once you hit the ground, head straight to the designated convergence point. Got it?
Sorry I'm late.
It's time. Let's move out.
What about Cooper?
Forget him. Time's up.
Wait! Wait!
Okay, this is the first checkpoint. Playtime is officially over, kiddies. Something's wrong. The lights in the guardhouse are out.
Maybe this has been a wild night of partying for the guards. You know, a little song, a little dance.
Stay here, Junior. Leave the guards to me.
Hey, did you hear what he just called?
Forget about it. Just let Gale handle this.
All right, it's clear. Okay, let's do this. I'll infiltrate the facility and occupy the control room on the first floor. I should have access to all the security systems from there. I'll contact you as soon as I've cleared the room.
Let me guess. This is some of your handiwork, right?
The brass is still warm. These guards were shooting at something very recently.
So who were they fighting?
This wasn't much of a fight. I don't think these guards hit anything before getting sliced and diced. Whatever they were shooting at came in through there, and ripped right through the steel fence.
Well, the hole is nice and clean. But I still say you could have done it.
Very funny. We still need to figure out what happened here. Continue to sweep the area.
Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is go to the material storage room and look for the BG area key. Well, you don't have to do much looking to find it, actually, because all the items float in this game, which makes it really simple to find them. So once you have the BG area key, you're going to want to go back to the fence that the characters first came into. So let's go down there and get another cutscene.
Rick here. I'm in. The place is deserted, though. I have a very bad feeling about this.
How's the progress going with that security system?
I don't know what's been going on here, but it looks like all the power in this facility is being cut.
Same here.
As long as that's the situation, there's not a lot I can do. Why don't you see if you can gain access to backup generators on the ground level?
I'm on. What are you doing here?
They caught the last part of your conversation.
By the way, I found a key.
Hand it over. Let's head outside.
Alrighty, so let's follow Gale through this door. And now we are going to be making our way to the backup generator room so that we can generate some power for this facility. You'll notice that a huge difference between the Resident Evil games and Dino Crisis is that all of the environments are rendered in 3D in Dino Crisis, whereas in Resident Evil they were pre-rendered backgrounds.
That's disgusting.
This guy's been eviscerated. Something tore his intestines straight out.
Look at those tooth marks. It had to be some sort of animal.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay, so let's make our way to the generator room. It's in this direction, near where Gale is standing. I don't know why he's standing there, but okay. You'll notice that your teammates aren't much help to you, as is usually the case in these old survival horror games. So now we are introduced to our first puzzle. You need to line up these batteries the same way that the switches were lined up. So essentially what you need to do is just hit right, and then center, and then right, and then pull all the levers that are located on the right side, right here. And the puzzle is solved, hurrah! And there we go, we activated the power in the facility. So now that that's done, let's go outside and see what Gale is doing. Or maybe Gale just died, who knows?
Gale?
Huh, let's go see what happened. Not that I really care about what happens to Gale, because he's an annoying character, but whatever. So, there's lots of blood on the floor over here. What is that sound? Okay, so what you're going to want to do here is just run away from the raptor. The raptor is the most common enemy in the game, and pretty much every single enemy in this game is really simple to dodge. Actually, I think the only one that will really give people trouble are the pterodactyls. Besides them, everything else is just so simple to dodge, which is sort of a huge detriment to this game being a survival horror game. Because if the enemies are no threat, then there's nothing really to be afraid of, to be honest. And plus, dinosaurs aren't really scary. Dinosaurs are cool, but not scary. Aw, poor guy. Can't get past the chain link fence.
Good news. I got the control system back online. What's the situation over there?
It's Gale. I lost him.
So what's the bad news? Did you run into some guards?
You're not gonna believe this. He was attacked by some kind of dinosaur.
Oh, now that's a good one. So, who was it? Barney?
This isn't a joke, you idiot. We were just attacked by a big-ass lizard.
For real? What's going on over there? Alright, head over to the control room and we'll sort out this whole situation.
Okay, so we're gonna want to make it back to the control room where that guy is. For some reason, I don't remember what that guy's name is. But in any case, you're gonna want to meet him over there. I'm quite sure that you guys noticed how snarky all of the characters are in this game. It really, really takes away, once again, from the survival horror aspect when all the characters are cracking jokes and things like that, but yeah, I don't really consider Dino Crisis a survival horror game. It's more so an action puzzle game, I suppose. Because as you will see, I am going to be beating this game without firing a single shot at any of the enemies, including the bosses. So, yeah, that's something that's sort of cool about this game too, is that you don't have to fight against any of the enemies, really. You can just run. And it's just so easy to just run past everything that you probably won't even want to fire at anything in the first place. So here is the control room, and we are going to get another cutscene.
What's our status?
This security system is a snap for me. Real amateur stuff. So, what exactly happened to Gale? You said that he was attacked by a dinosaur?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I just hope he's still alive. Anyway, our first priority is to complete the mission.
What we ought to do is just call in the chopper and get off this death trap.
That's a great idea, but Cooper has the radio, and he's missing. Hey, what's with this monitor?
That's the security monitor for the underground area. The camera's offline.
So I take it that means power still hasn't been restored to the area.
Exactly. They must have that area wired to a different power system than the ground level.
Well, we can investigate that area after we finished our sweep of the ground level.
Okay, then I'll take care of the shutters that are blocking the way. You work your way in, grab the dock, and then rendezvous back here.
Okay, so let's make our way out of this control room.
Yeah,
Is it me or is he wearing eyeliner? Some sort of mascara, it seems. Well, in any case, you are going to want to go to the management room, and of course there's some ammo on the floor there. As if you guys, well, I'm quite sure you guys noticed that green box that was on the wall. Those are usually inventory boxes where you can take out and put in items. But I'm not going to be using any of those either. As you can see, there's a shotgun on the floor that I decided to pick up for absolutely no reason at all, and equip. I have no idea why. But inside of this room, there are a few. Well, there's a DDK disc, there's a panel key, and there is an entrance key. But I left the room by mistake. I'm gonna go back in there in a second.
I took care of the shutter. You should be able to access the control panel now.
Already? That was quick. Thanks.
Hey girl, just get going.
Okay, so he activated those panels that will turn on and off those lasers. Those lasers will help you avoid the... I was about to say avoid the zombies. Avoid the dinosaurs, because you can't hit those lasers without taking damage. So you can run through there, turn on the lasers, or turn off the lasers rather, run by them, then turn them back on, and a zombie behind you that was chasing you will probably slam into them. But in any case, I just picked up the DDK disc. I also picked up the panel key 2, which you're going to need for later. And over here there's a numeric panel that you need to punch a code into. The code is 0426. And once that's opened, you will be able to pick up the entrance key. There's also some ammo in here if anyone's actually... Oh no, not ammo. There's a resuscitation kit there. I think it brings you back to life if you die. And it doesn't count toward your retries, if I remember correctly. But in any case, you will see that this game is very, very easy. And you do not need any weapons in order to finish the game, as I said earlier. So once we picked up all that stuff, you're going to want to run to the locker room for another DDK disc. And now we are going to go back to the door where the... I keep feeling like saying zombie. Where the dinosaur was going to break the door down. It's so weird saying dinosaur rather than zombie. So here is the laser in action. As you saw, it hurt the zombie, or the dinosaur. So used to saying zombie, it's so weird to say dinosaurs. Well, in any case, this is the entrance hall. And you're going to want to use the key on the huge door on the right. And let's go into the front area of entrance, which is sort of a weird title to give a room, but in any case, we are going to be picking up a DDK disc over here, and what the DDK discs do is allow us to unlock certain doors. So on certain doors there will be a panel for a disc, and you will need to put the DDK disc into that panel. And once you do, there's a puzzle that you must solve. Each puzzle is a little different, but I have all the solutions to the puzzles, so you don't really need to rack your brain about how to solve the puzzles, because I'm going to give you the solutions. So yeah. So now that we've gotten that disc, we are going to go up to the second floor of the main entrance, and we are going to be using one of the DDK discs. And of course, under here, whenever you see one of these boxes, you should probably push it, because there's usually an item under there that pops up. So as you see, that's an aid. You can use it to create sort of tranquilizer ammo to shoot down some of the... I was about to say zombie again. Jesus Christ, I'm never going to get used to this, am I? To tranquilize some of the dinosaurs. So, there's a dinosaur in this room. You can just avoid it very easily. And this is where you want to use the DDK disc. And the solution to this little DDK puzzle is head. H-E-A-D, head. Which I can make a few jokes about, but, yeah. Let's keep it clean this time around.
A survivor.
Are you from the rescue team?
Yes, I am. Do you know where I can find Dr. Kirk?
Kirk? That fool. What's he plotting now?
What are you talking about?
Here. Take this.
What's this for?
I don't know. Told me extremely vital.
Alright, so we just got panel key 1, and there is another DDK disc over here, and now we are going to be using the panel keys under these metals over here. So you're going to want to put panel key number 1 on the left slot, and panel key number 2 on the right. I think I screw up here. I try to put the second one on the right side, or the left side also. I don't even know why that's still a choice when I already put the disc or the key in there already, but yeah, whatever. So once that's done, you will need to put another code in, and the code is, come on, scroll through the text please, thank you. The code is 705037, and once we do that, we get the key card L. So now let's try to make our way back to the main entrance, or not, because there is a Tyrannosaurus Rex in here, and it's feeding on that guy's corpse. Nice. Oh, come on, you already had your meal. Seriously. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is wait for the T-Rex to end that little animation there and just run by him. He will scream at you, but it's not really going to do anything to you. Once he's done screaming, you can just run out of there. So now we are going to make our way back to the main hall again. Once again, dodge that dinosaur. Okay, so we are going to be using another DDK disc down here. So yeah, as you can see, Dino Crisis, really easy game thus far. The only thing that's somewhat hard about it is that the T-Rex can one-hit kill you, but for the most part, he's really easy to avoid, so.
Near the entrance. One more thing. I just caught a glimpse of something on the monitor that looked human. It should be somewhere near the front of the training room. So, check there first.
Well, thank you very much. Okay, so we're going to want to use DDK disc over here. And the password for this DDK is newcomer. NEWCOMER for anyone who doesn't know how to spell, or for anyone who can't see what's on the screen for some odd reason. I wonder if people go on YouTube to listen to videos. Must be really useless watching or listening to gameplay videos. Must be really interesting also. Who cares? Well, now that the DDK is unlocked, let's go through here. We are in the elevator hall, and we need to make our way to the lecture room. And of course, there's a corpse over here that just got torn apart. Wow, that guy did not have a very good end to his day, did he? So there's recovery aid here. I'm sorry that I can't tell you guys exactly what each of these floating boxes are, but I don't know, for some reason for me it's really hard. I'm not sure if there's a sort of distinction between each of these floating boxes, but to me they all look exactly the same for the most part, besides the health ones which have the red cross on them. But besides those, I can't really tell what you're going to get when you pick up those floating boxes. So as you can see, two of these raptors are coming in here. Once again, they're really easy to dodge. Oh, something else that I forgot to mention. The quick turn in Dino Crisis is actually mapped to a button. So unlike in Resident Evil 3 and the later Resident Evil titles where you had to hold back with the analog stick and hit square, in this game you just hit one button and you spin around, which is always cool. So as you can see, I picked up the backup generator room B1 key, which is quite a mouthful to say. So whenever you see that danger prompt on the bottom of the screen, you're going to want to mash the buttons as fast as you can. As you just saw, I didn't mash the buttons, I just let her get hit there. but you're gonna want to mash the buttons in order to avoid whatever's happening.
Gale, you're still alive. Good timing.
What is it? A lizard?
That's no lizard. It's a dinosaur.
Dinosaur?
Look, something's really wrong with this place. This whole mission has gone sour.
It's always eat or be eaten out in the battlefield, no matter who or what you're up against. Any word on the dock yet? I've got to hook up with Rick again. My radio's dead, and he's the only one who can fix it.
Well, Gale comes in just the nick of time, so now let's make our way back into the entrance room, or the lecture hall, I mean. I don't know why I said entrance room. But you're going to want to run into the door that's straight through this hallway over here near the lasers, which is the office. We are going to be running back to the hallway and back to the backyard of the facility, which is essentially the beginning of the game. And over there, we need to use the generator key that we just picked up. So yeah, Dino Crisis. Each Dino Crisis title is relatively different from one another. Like, Dino Crisis 2 is more so an arcadey shooter, an arcadey third-person shooter than it is a survival game, like this one was. And Dino Crisis 2, Dino Crisis 3, I can't really comment on because I never played it. It looked really bad though, and it essentially killed the series. Capcom refused to make another Dino Crisis after the third one. But why they thought that would be a good idea to put dinosaurs in space, I'm not sure. So, we come over here, once again we're getting another one of these little battery puzzles, which are really easy to solve. And you're going to want to put that, or you're going to want to take that battery and put it in here in order to solve the puzzle. So, the solution to this battery puzzle is left, center, right, left, center, left. So again, left, center, right, left, center, left. Again, really easy. And of course, I'm going through the game with the quickest route possible that I know of anyway. If anybody else knows a faster route through the game, be sure to let me know. As far as I know, this is the fastest way to beat the game. I didn't get a really fast time or anything, but I think this is the fastest way to get through Dino Crisis. So as you can see, the generator's back on.
That you, Regina?
Yeah? So, do we have power yet?
We're in the green, thanks to you. Look, I need you to come back here. There's something I have to talk to you about.
Okay, so now we need to make our way back to the control room again for more drama between Gale and, yeah, what's his name? The dude with the ponytail. Jesus, I can't remember anything. I keep calling the stupid dinosaurs zombies, and I have no idea what that guy's name is for some reason. Because while I'm recording the commentary, I obviously don't watch the cutscenes. If I did, I'd probably lose my mind because I sort of hate the cutscenes in this game. Mostly because every time you play the game, you have to watch the cutscenes. They're unskippable, which is nonsense. So over here, you'll get another danger scene. Just mash the buttons as fast as you can and run past the raptor. You're going to want to go back up through the vent to avoid it. But yeah, it's so stupid that you can't skip these cutscenes. I mean, this game released around the time of Resident Evil 3, and Resident Evil 3 enabled cutscene skips, so I have no idea why this game didn't. It makes absolutely no sense to me. But yeah, whatever. So, we're back to the control room. Hallway, anyway. We're gonna be at the control room in a moment, and I have no idea why I'm looking in my inventory. For the most part, you don't have to worry about your inventory space because your items, or the key items, have their own little inventory area, and your equipment and ammo has a different inventory area, so, yeah.
Gale just told me he saw someone on the underground monitor.
You flashed by pretty quick, but I'm sure I saw something. Rick, open the shutter to the underground area. What is it?
It's a distress signal from one of our team members. It must be Cooper.
Yeah, or it might be Tom. He infiltrated this facility posing as one of the researchers. Can you pinpoint the signal?
It's coming from outside of the building, to the east of the rear entrance we came in from.
Look, we'll deal with it later. Our first priority is the survivor in the underground. Could be the doc.
What are you talking about? He's asking for our help. We don't leave our own behind.
And what if it's a trap? Would you want one of us to come and rescue you?
Don't bother. I'm willing to take that risk.
Remember our mission. We're not here to babysit.
That's your way of operating, not mine. All right. You have your access to the underground, Gale. So get moving. You handle your things your way, I'll handle my things my way.
That punk is really starting to get on my nerves. Regina, I'm heading out to investigate the underground.
Okay, so I'm choosing Gale's idea because it is faster, but this game does give you a few choices. I think there are about 3 endings to Dino Crisis, and each depends on what you choose, so yeah. But if you're watching my walkthrough, you're going to want to choose Gale's idea unless you don't want to know where to go if you choose the other guys. And again, I don't remember the guy's name. It's such an easy name, too. Ugh, I'm such a moron. And oh me oh my, those tiny little dinosaurs are there. I always forget what those are called, too. But in any case, you're going to want to run into the medical room, because there is an ID card in here which is going to be useful throughout the rest of the game. That ID card is going to be used so much throughout the rest of this campaign. But in any case, this is the end of the first part of my Dino Crisis walkthrough. I'm hoping that it is helpful to you guys so far, and I'm hoping you're enjoying it. But yeah, Dino Crisis is a really easy game. But in in any case, I will see you guys in the next Dino Crisis part, and I hope you join me then.